Hello Libra, welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is your weekly tarot reading from the 8th to the 14th of July 2019 for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. I hope you're well, Libra. So we have 5 cards all clarified by a separate Rider-Waite tarot deck. We have the past, the present, challenges, should you have any, advice from tarot and outcome. I've also turned over the bottom of the deck. You do have 2 3 of Swords, but I kind of understand what that is, so don't worry too much, Libra. We have an Angel Oracle card and also a reading card as well. A couple of reading cards came out for further clarification, Libra. So let's start with the past position. So we have the Aquarian energy of the Star and we have the Saturnian energy with the World. I kind of feel the World energy is very much about completions, letting something end. Now, generally the World card can be about success, it can be achievement. Material success is very much associated with this card. There's a promise of something wonderful, there's a promise of reaching the next level up. The World card has this ring, which is kind of like the Saturn ring, really. And it is about overcoming challenges, overcoming obstacles, difficulties in your cycle, in the cycle that you've gone through. Obviously, this is to remind us that life is full of cycles, beginnings and endings, different phases of our life as we grow and learn and experience. This is about you breaking through an old cycle. And I think some of you have been wanting to do it. I think there's a hope of breaking through a new cycle. I think some of you are ready to leave maybe the past behind you. You're ready to push through to the other side, to the next level up. There is some success achieved with this World energy. I find some of you have needed hope, faith, maybe guidance in some respects to move on in a situation. The Star card can come straight after the Tower in the Major Arcana, so some of you could have had challenges in the past. But the Star energy brings, it's a restoration, it's a renewal card. It brings harmony back into your life. There's a feeling of renewal, of growth, of new growth after this. So I kind of feel if some of you have had to push through things that have limited you, push through things that have tested you in the past, this is where there's hope to move forward. You're seeing that really, that opportunity to start moving forward and beginning to shine in your own natural light. Oh, that certainly is the promise of the Star. There is some truth associated with this, like the truth also sets you free, liberation. And I think that there is something to do with truth associated with your reading, Libra, because we do have 2 3 of Swords, which is about seeing brutal truths of situations. There are levels to truths with that card. But there is some form of acceptance here, there's some form of healing that's gone on there, and it's brought back hope in your life. So I think some of you are wanting to push forward. I think if some of you are wanting to move on in a situation, but you've needed to heal. Yeah. But I think you're getting direction back slowly but surely and understanding where you're going. And that's beautiful. Now, we have, in the present, we have Judgment. I mean, you've got some really powerful cards. We have Judgment and the 3 of Swords energy. So like I said, the 3 of Swords can be in relationships. It can be the heartbreak card. There are levels to this card. It can be about disappointment, upsetting somebody. It can be to do with love. It can be to do with other relationships, whether they're at work or wider family, friends, children. You know, as I say, there are levels to this. It looks probably worse. The message of the 3 of Swords energy is that however painful, however challenging this 3 of Swords situation was, you needed to see it in order to move on. And the Judgment card is very much moving on. And it's the final decision to move on with the Judgment energy. There is the opportunity now. There is something about good karma being on your side. there is a message. I mean, this is some people say this is Angel Gabriel, God's message. So giving you a message to move on is the wake-up call. This is also Archangel Michael as well, some say. So it can be about stepping into your light, as Archangel Michael is God's light, whatever God means to you. So it is about stepping into your own light, awakening, waking up and moving on and letting something that hurt you go. There is something about its time. It's the call to action. It's the call to acknowledge that it is time to let this go. And if some of you haven't let this go, Libra, it is about really giving it serious thought on letting go finally. Now, this Three of Swords, it's easy to walk away from people, isn't it? But it's harder to actually let go from within, certainly within our minds, our emotions. And this is about completely letting go, stepping out of that darkness into the light, into your own light. Allow yourself to be reborn almost, and awaken to your, well, there is an element of destiny about this. There is an element of your true path. You acknowledge your true capabilities. Acknowledge that you may well have to make final decisions on these situations in order to move on. Yeah. But it says it's time, so, and there's really good karma associated with this card. Just that positive wind behind your actions, you know. So powerful energies there. But I do feel that for some of you, it says that something has to finish, you have to let go in order to move on because it's keeping you stuck. It's almost kind of like you're trying to break free and you need to acknowledge that you need to heal in order to move forward, Libra. And some of you desperately want to move forward. I kind of feel that. I think you're ready because this is the end of a cycle. There's an ending. Something has ended, and it's final. There's a finality to it. So there is something about accepting truths, facing them. And your challenge is that some of you don't seem to be able to face them. The Nine of Swords is, swords can represent truths. They can represent clarity. This person, while they have their head in their hands at night, is not getting truth or clarity. They're not looking at it. They're allowing their negativity to dominate them and be a destructive force from within. This is Mars in Gemini. This is that destructive force of negative energy if you allow it to own you. The challenge is for you to dominate from within, for you to get control back from within. And it's the tarot is pretty much saying that you're more than capable of doing it, even though this is your challenge. The Strength card is about conquering that negativity. The Lion is the negativity. It is your demons, your inner negativities. And the Maiden is there to say slowly but gently, it is about getting control of your inner world. So things don't put you out of balance, so things don't keep you awake at night. This can be the card of the insomniac, because they can't sleep for worry, for upset, for doubt, for replaying negativities in their minds at night and not allowing them to sleep. So this is that destructive force. I feel like some of you, it's disrupted some of your routine, your patterns. Certainly sleeping. Won't go for everybody that, but I do feel for some of you that will definitely be a disruptive energy in your life and your health. This is about getting your own power back. It's about getting your own strength back. It's about having the courage to face your fears, your doubts, and come to that point of acceptance so that you regain your power in your external world. It says that you're more than capable of doing it, but it will be a challenge for some of you. Now, yeah, the Queen of Wands, she very much is like the King of Wands in the fact that she is an opportunist. She's decisive. She's full of energy. She is an Aries, and Aries is ruled by Mars. So this destructive energy of the Nine of Swords, it is kind of saying that you can make it positive. You can, by by allowing yourself to recognize your own power as an energy, you can transform your situation to be more positive. There is something about grabbing hold of opportunities that present themselves to you will bring fast progress in your situation. Opportunities surround you. Now, this could be opportunities in love. I mean, the wands can also connect to business and success and power and progression, real fast progression. Deep down, you know what you need to do. That's what the tarot is saying, because this black cat is an example of that psychic energy, of that inner instinct, that primal instinct that governs us all. That instinctively we understand what opportunities to take, how to move forward, what we need to do with our lives. And it is about making decisions now to move forward in your own power. Now, this is a card of Aries, so there could be some opportunity or advice or some connection with an Aries that could support you in progressing forward this week. The Eight of Wands is about there are opportunities literally out there in the ether, and it can well be, if you've had communications with an Aries, could be on the job front, could be even on the passions and desires front. This can be things beginning to solidify. That could just be a fire sign. So Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. But this is Mercury in Sagittarius. So your hopes, dreams, desires, even communication that you might have had with somebody, solid opportunities, solid events unfold. There's an opportunity to find progress. When you get to that point where you're more in control of your inner world, you become more powerful on your external world. I kind of think that's what it's saying between these two cards. Yeah. Yeah, here's the interesting thing. The Ace of Cups is a wonderful new beginning. I mean, this is the cup of joy overflowing with contentment, with happiness, with the water of life in some respects. This is just real contentment. It says this Three of Swords energy, and it is by getting control over your inner world, by finding that strength from within to move on, to take action in your life now, which is that Queen of Wands energy and the Eight of Wands energy, you'll find fast progress, and a new beginning is promised to you, to some of you. I know it won't be all of you, I know it doesn't resonate with everybody, but as I said, there's a really powerful, beautiful new beginning here. You're actually transforming that negative energy of that Three of Swords into just embracing all of it so that it doesn't hurt you anymore. I think you're coming to that point of acceptance, and that's just making you more aware of yourself, of your life, and where you want to go. Now, the Ace of Cups can be a new beginning. It can be an offer of love. It can also be finding self-love. It can just be finding that happy place. And there are opportunities. I mean, this Seven of Cups energy can talk about there are opportunities now for a new beginning, for a fresh start, that are full of promise. And very much like that Eight of Wands energy, these are the opportunities. These are the opportunities. And it is about you making it happen by taking action with that Queen of Wands energy. You taking action, making clear decisions in your life and moving on from a period that hurt you. And you're transforming that negative emotion from the Three of Swords energy into something that's really positive. So powerful energies there, Libra. And yeah, I just feel it's a really powerful message for you. The only thing that's going to hold you back is if you allow that negativity to creep back in, because that will almost form a screen. You see that mist between your opportunities and you making clear decisions in your life. That's where that empty promise of something possibly happening, the opportunities being there, but you not being able to grab hold of them because you need to conquer from within. You need to get that strength from within to move forward in your life. But there are definitely opportunities. You know, this can represent wealth, property, you know, all sorts of things. But you can choose wisely. You have the power to choose wisely by making clear decisions and taking action and finding progress. And you transform your situation from something that's negative to something that's far more positive. So a fresh new outlook. I kind of feel if you don't overcome those challenges, it remains. That Three of Swords remains. And this is the empty promises of opportunities not coming to fruition. So this is having that drive, that passion, that desire to really let go in order to really move on to that beautiful new beginning and that cup of joy. It is a cup of joy, an offer of love, finding self-love, finding happiness, finding just contentment in life again, the beginnings of something wonderful, and it's divinely guided. So I would say grab hold of it with both hands and really transform your situation accordingly. And the angel oracle card is, you are safe, Archangel Michael. Yeah, you see, Archangel Michael. I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and your home. Yeah. And the first one that came out of the reading card is Destiny. And there is something about aligning to your true path, the wake-up call, Libra. There is a wake-up call here now, because the universe wants to move you out of this hurt. They want you to release this hurt. It wants you to release this hurt once and for all. However difficult, and I understand it can be difficult, but there's real joy on offer, you see? The cup of joy. There's real joy on offer. So there is something really about making that breakthrough, that world energy, put an end to a cycle. And by doing that, you allow yourself to move on to a much more fulfilling time. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I hope it's a great week, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.